As many of you probably know or assumed by now, I am by no means a Kirby fan. However, when Nintendo announced a new 3D style of Kirby in late 2021, my interest was piqued. Now that the game has been released and I have played through it, we'll see whether it lived up to my hopes or fell flat for me like other entries in the series. Kirby and the Forgotten Land takes a nice linear approach to the 3D platformer genre, with the 12 abilities found in the game. Alongside the mouthful mode, there's plenty of variety in Kirby's overall moveset. In my playthrough, I typically found myself straying towards the fire ability, as it is by far the strongest. However, there are plenty of challenges and puzzles along the road for Kirby to make use of other abilities. In terms of core moveset, Kirby feels really good. His jumps have weight to them, he climbs ladders fast, and he is precise yet fluid running around. Mouthful mode abilities and the invincibility item in the game also feel really good, like a sort of power trip. Levels in this game are great too. In each of them there's a couple hidden Waddle Dees, 3 to 5 typically, as well as 2 or 3 objectives you can complete to save more of them, with boss levels having 4 or 5 objectives to make up for the lack of hidden Ds. And these objectives can range anywhere from eating a certain amount of type of food, to peeling off wanted posters, to using certain abilities to defeat mini-bosses. The general structure of the levels feels a lot like Super Mario 3D World, because as you advance, you need a certain amount of Waddle Dees to open up the bosses of each area. However, unlike Super Mario 3D World, I found getting the correct amount of Waddle Dees to be a complete non-issue, which I think helps the game's pacing out a lot. Furthermore, to get a certain material to upgrade copy abilities, you can complete mini copy ability challenges, which are unlocked as you progress through the game, and these are always really fun little side modes that are good for trying to beat as fast as possible. Lastly, there is a hub world called Waddle Dee Town, where different activities and shops open up for Kirby, including a cafe minigame, fishing, and a battle arena where Kirby can refight bosses and even see some familiar faces from past games. Visual theming for this game is also on point, as there are some really cool environments that, to my knowledge, Kirby has never visited. My favorite was World 4, and specifically how they pulled it off, but each area has its own spice to differentiate it from what an outsider to the series would expect. The music is also really energetic and tonally appropriate throughout the game. So all that being said, it is clear that I find Kirby and the Forgotten Land to be one of the best games of the year, and honestly one of the best of the decade. It's the 2020s, it's not that great. Despite being quite easy throughout, the satisfying gameplay as well as the structure of all the content makes for a highly replayable, fun experience that lasts as long as you want it to. I rate Kirby and the Forgotten Land an A. Anyway, thanks for watching, make sure to sub and like the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.